Welcome to Unbound. I'm here at the Gravel Expo in search of the latest bikes, tech and gravel innovations to show you guys at home. Now Unbound is round 2 of the Lifetime Grand Prix series and is renowned for having lots of brands launching their new products. So let's go see what we can find. Okay, we've got to talk about these. It's from a wheel brand which I'm not familiar with. It's called Cantu, but just check out the oil slick finish on these hubs. It is off the charts. Anyone that knows me will know I'm basically a magpie and just sort of drawn to this kind of stuff. These will look cool in almost any bike. So we've got a carbon fiber rim here, but it looks a bit hookless. And these things, as I've said, not only do they look cool, they're basically off the charts. Love it. Okay, let's talk titanium bikes next. Now, I am an absolute sucker for a titanium bike, and we've stopped by to see the guys at number 22 Bikes. Now, behind me is a brand new bike, and it's called the Drifter, which is their gravel bike. This one has got some significance update to it, mostly all geared around tyre clearance. So it now has an approved rating of 55mm tyre clearance, and this has been achieved using a clever little design piece tucked right down the back here. So this yoke core intersection down here from the bottom bracket and the chainstays is now 3D printed. And the reason they've done that is to allow them to shape it perfectly to gain that extra space for the tyre clearance. As I mentioned, officially 55mm, but there's always room for more. Now the finishing on this is absolutely incredible. I really love it. We've got Cerakote on half of the frame, which I believe is called Crocodile, and then this gold anodizing across the top. This looks blooming lovely. Then across to my right is the first time I've been able to see this in real life. Now we spoke about this in the tech show a little while back, and it is the prototype Reactor, which is number 22's fully 3D printed aerodynamic road bike. And the goal here was to try to create the most aerodynamic titanium bike on the market. Now they tell me that these bikes are hopefully shipping to customers at the end of the year because it's been, well, as you can imagine, a pretty big project to get right. But the shapes on this bike are absolutely fascinating. And this is the reason why they've opted to use 3D printing throughout the frame rather than traditional tubing, because it allows them to optimize the design in each individual area. Okay, unreleased new bike alert here. This one is from Factor and it's called, well, I don't actually know because the name is top secret, but I can tell you some of the details and the ethos behind this bike. So it's designed to be a real sort of endurance and epic adventure gravel bike, but still with performance and speed in mind in terms of the geometry and setup. Longer wheelbase, and the big difference is compared to, say, the Ostro Gravel, we've got massive tyre clearance here, rated for up to a 56mm tyre. Here we've got a suspension fork as well, but I'm told the geometry is still suitable for running a rigid fork. We've got these crazy low dropped seat stays at the back, and what I think looks really, really cool is the way that the seat tube is curved. If you look down at the chainstays as well, the shaping and forming of them is designed to help with compliance and bump absorption at the back. We've also got a lower bottom bracket here to help bring the rider's centre of gravity lower, and if you look on the down tube, well, we've got some internal frame storage as well. And overall, I think this is a really neat looking bike, and I like the way you've got the bags, sleek and slick design there, and well, for me, really like the look of it.
Next is what appears to be an updated version of the Specialized Diverge. I spotted this being ridden by a number of Specialized athletes, this one being the bike of Sofia Gomez Villafane. Tyre clearance looks to have stepped up a notch here. These are 50mm wide and could well be a new model, or at the very least larger sizes than what was previously available. The bike's now running UDH, this one's equipped with the latest SRAM Red, as is gradually becoming the norm on almost all gravel bikes. Internal storage compartment and future shock remain still, but I'm afraid that's all I know right now, as Sophia was heading out for a ride and quickly took the bike away.
Right, if Unbound's muddy, everyone tells me you need a mud stick. Thankfully, the guys here have got me and everyone else covered, right? Free mud sticks for everyone. Just go in my pocket, I'll save that for race day. Okay, let's talk new wheels here. So I've stopped by at the headstand, and there are 2 new wheel sets to talk about here to complement their gravel wheel set, which is already in existence, called the Emporia. So here we've got the Stillwater and the Lincoln. Now the Stillwater is the wheel which is on this bike here, and let me tell you some of the headline stats for this wheel set. So you've got a big, wide 27.5mm internal rim width and a 38mm external rim width. 50mm deep here on the Stillwaters. The Lincolns have the same internal and external rim width, but are much shallower at 25mm. They're optimized for around a 45 to 50mm tire, which, let's face it, is kind of like the standard that we're seeing on gravel bikes these days. The rims are all made in-house in Minnesota, and this is super, super cool. And also, for those of you who have got an attention to detail, I've also spotted that this is on a brand new bike as well. So this is the new open gravel bike. Quite a few updates and revisions to this bike here. Head tube is all slimmed down. The drop seat stays are gone. And this, I believe, is called the Open Escape. And it's finished in this really, really nice sort of clear, dark grey colourway where you can see the weave and the pattern of the carbon fibre underneath in all the different key areas. And you can see that layout real nice. Big fan of these wheels, and now it means Head have 3 wheel sets in their gravel bike range. Okay, now big gravel rides call for some pretty special treatments for your chain. Now here at the Silca stand, we've got a few different options when it comes to looking after your chain. Now they are big on going all in on waxing, not only for the efficiency gains, but also in terms of longevity too. And Silca are suggesting that for riders like me doing the 200-mile gravel race here at Unbound, the best solution they have is their secret chain blend with the endurance chip added in. That is going to give you the best balance of efficiency and longevity for the race. Now, for those people that are crazy enough to take on the XL, which is 350 miles, they say in order to combat the wear on your chain for that, you want to run 2 endurance chips in your secret blend chain wax. And then if it's muddy, you're going to have to top that off with Synergetic. Now, for those of you who are slightly more sensible, taking on the 100-mile event, well, the standard secret chain blend should see you through perfectly for that. And this is exactly how I've got mine chain set up, ready to rock and roll. More new gravel bikes now, and this is the brand new GS1 from Ventum. It is, in fact, the 3rd generation of this bike, and there are 3 big changes and updates that we need to talk about. Firstly, let's just be clear, the geometry of this bike has retained the same, even though tyre clearance has been improved quite a lot. We've got clearance at the front for a 56mm tyre, clearance at the back for a 50mm tyre. The weight of the frame has been reduced by 150 grams, thanks to revision of the carbon fibre that's used. And aerodynamics are said to have been improved too, because at the front, we've got a new head tube design, and this is taking the learnings from their Tempest time trial bike. And in the new bikes, there are 4 different colours to choose from. Stealthy black, all the way to that really cool purple colour. Now, if you want the quickest way to start an argument amongst gravel riders, that is to start the conversation about whether suspension forks belong on gravel bikes. Personally, I'm all for it in the right situations. And this is what has just been released in the last week. It's a collaboration between Canyon and DT Swiss, and it's the F1321. Now, we have a full video covering all of the details about this suspension fork over on the GCNTech channel that's sci-film. So if you want to know all the details, well, head over and check that out. But I've got to say, up close and personal, it's the first time I've been able to see it, it is a very sleek looking affair. And wow. Well, there you go. Hot Tech, Unbound, done and dusted. Please do get involved in the comment section down below and let me know what you think was the coolest thing that I found. And as always, if you want to help support our channel, subscribe to GCNTech and turn on your notifications. And more importantly, if you want to see me racing the 200-mile pro race here, well, head over to GCN and subscribe there too, because we'll have a video coming out very shortly for that. Right, I'm going to go now because I need to put my feet up because in 2 days' time, it's race day. See ya.